Hi everyone, welcome to Combined Sunday School for First Trinity, St. Matthew, Lifeline Partnership, any of our friends from Vacation Bible School. All are welcome. I'm Ms. Kimberly. I do the Sunday School for First Trinity and St. Matthew. And I'm also going to be joined by Pastor Suzanne, who leads a Lifeline Partnership, Sunday School, and so many other things. So we're going to start with creating a sacred space, and Pastor Suzanne is going to do that for us. After that, we're going to do the Lord's Prayer. Then we're going to have a Bible story, and we'll also have send you some fun things that you can work on at home. So I'm really excited about our new format, and I hope you like it.
Hi everybody, it's Pastor Suzanne. I'm down here in the First Trinity Fellowship Hall in what we call the Sunday School room. So before, in normal times, you all would come down here on Sunday morning and Miss Kimberly would have a story for you and activities to talk about the story, and she would have questions, and you would all work together to try to figure out what the Bible story means and what it means for you. So we're still going to do that today, except you all are in your own physical space, and we're going to be in our physical space. But we can still all be together in one space by doing what I call making sacred space. So one of the ways that we do that is by lighting a candle. So here's an electronic candle. I'm going to turn it on, and you can see the glow. And that reminds us that the Holy Spirit is here with us. So we're all together in the same space, even though we're physically apart. And the Holy Spirit will be here with us to help us to listen to the story, to talk about what we think it might mean for us, and then to try to figure out what that means when we walk back out the door. So let's get started.
My name is Divya. I am Charles Leo Anderson.
Zach.
And Avery. I'm Kieran.
Did you all see what was in this box or hear about it? No. What do you think is in the box? Should we look and see?
Yeah.
All right, let's pull one out and see what we
Okay.
have. All right, this is the first thing in the box.
It's a welcome sign.
It is a welcome sign. Where have you seen welcome signs before?
I've seen signs sometimes like on doors.
Anyone
Maybe
else?
at a church.
Or maybe even at like a store. Would you see one ever at a store?
I never saw one there.
You never saw one there?
No. It's always all are welcome, and we welcome people into our churches.
So anybody that sees the sign knows that they are welcome into that space. What do you think? Should we look into see what's next?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Do you recognize what this is in the package?
No.
No. Toilet paper.
It looks like toilet paper, right? It's like a small version. It's not quite. Do you want to help me open this, though?
Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
Paper towels.
I mean, it feels like it, right? If you feel it, what do you think?
band draft.
Yeah, that's totally what it is. A gauze. Yeah. Why would we have gauze?
I don't know what gauze is. I think it might be a type of wrap.
Who would have gauze?
Me. I've cut my head open many times and I use gauze a lot.
You've cut your head open many times, so you've
4.
used it. Oh, 4 times. My goodness. I'm glad you're okay. That's a lot of times to
Yeah.
cut open a head.
That's probably because I'm a little cuckoo.
Oh. Why do you think people would have this in general? What?
I think doctors might have it at a hospital if somebody breaks a bone. Someone who might be hurt and needs protection.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next object. You probably recognize this one a lot easier.
Clipboard.
Clipboard.
It's a clipboard.
Clipboard. All right. Why do you need a clipboard?
Because so if you have a sheet that you really need to work on, you could hold this and then you could clip it on to this thing.
That's exactly right. Where would you find a clipboard usually?
School, home, office.
And have you all used one before?
Yes,
Yeah,
many
I've
times.
used some in Spanish class.
You've used
At my kindergarten.
Nice.
No, not kindergarten.
You used one of these?
Yes.
Yeah, when?
When I get in trouble and I have to do my math test outside the classroom.
So a lot of people though could have clipboards and they help you kind of communicate in a way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can write stuff down, you can take a test, you can draw some art, and then you could show people.
Basically, my 5th grade ELA teacher had like a million of those in her
Whoa.
room, like just in bins.
1 million of them?
Yeah.
That is a lot of
Yeah.
clipboards.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. You're gonna recognize it right away. What does it sound like?
Keys.
Yeah,
Keys.
keys. And
Yeah.
where do you usually find keys?
Like on clips.
Like on a keychain, maybe. What does a key do in your car?
It makes your cars start moving.
The lock is specifically designed for one key. That one key can only unlock one specific lock.
If you had a friend coming over to your place, you could maybe unlock the door for them.
Yeah.
So have them come in. So let's just take a look at all the objects that we have. We have keys, we have this clipboard, we have this gauze, and this welcome sign. Is there a theme that you can think of?
Everyone uses them at their house. Everyday supplies, like stuff everyone has.
Yeah, when you see welcome,
You see church.
you see church. Yeah, and all of these things, in a way, are to represent the idea of a neighbor, like somebody that you want to welcome in.
So the welcome sign is to welcome your neighbor in, and then the keys are to open the door. The clipboard might be to write something out for them.
Yeah.
I still need to figure out what the gauze might represent.
Well, maybe somebody that you know, or maybe somebody you don't know, you see them get hurt.
Oh,
And if you had a gauze, would you help them out?
Yes.
Yeah, totally. And if maybe it was your house and Charlie wanted to come over, would you welcome him in and
Yeah.
maybe have this sign? And if he hurt his head, like he maybe does quite often, you could have this gauze to help him out. And maybe he'd need a key to get in, right?
Yeah.
So again, it's that idea of helping your neighbor. They're all welcome. We're all accepting of them, and we can help them out if they need it.
Hey, hey, hey! Ah! What? Oh.
So for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be talking about being a neighbor and how to welcome people. So oftentimes on the door, you'll see sign that says welcome, and if someone comes in, you might wave at them, or they may wave at you or say hello, or if it's a good friend, you might give them a fist bump or a high five, and maybe offer them something to drink, give them a compliment. So the kids in the video today found some things in a box. It was like a welcome sign, a gauze, a clipboard, and keys. No little kitties, but we have one here. So most of those items I think we've seen, and we probably know what they're used for. So what we're going to do now is we're going to kind of like start talking about some different situations that might occur, and if you're in class, we're going to have different characters that you can be. So some of the characters we're going to be are a traveler, a priest, an innkeeper, a robber, a neighbor, a stranger, or a church leader. Now, a church leader is not exactly a priest. A church leader could be like the president of the council, or someone on the council, or one of the elders, but not necessarily like a pastor. So we're going to play a game called Not My Job. I'll read some situations, and so think about whose job it would be. And if you're home and you want to pick one of the characters, a traveler, a priest, an innkeeper, or a receptionist at a hotel, robbers, a neighbor, a stranger, or a church council member, do that. So read these scenarios. We're going to talk about these scenarios one at a time. Someone stole the letters off the church sign. Who do you think would be involved with taking care of that? Certainly not a robber or an innkeeper, but possibly the priest, the pastor, or a church leader, and maybe a neighbor or a stranger saw something and they're able to fix it, or even a traveler. You don't know. If you have a family needs a place to stay for the night, who could help with that? I think a lot of people could help with that. Again, someone who's stealing or robbing probably isn't going to want to help, but certainly, travelers traveling, so they probably don't have any place to give to someone. But your pastor or someone who worked at a hotel, or one of your neighbors, or someone in the church council might offer to help. And it could be, you could be helping a stranger. That would be all right. What about, now this is interesting, if a neighborhood cat has gone missing? Kitty, kitty, kitty. Now, Shine does not go outside, so he's not going to go missing. But if he did, I would certainly call all my neighbors in the condo building and ask them to take a look for him. He does sneak out the door sometimes, but just in the hallway. Or you might call the pastor and ask for a prayer. And I might even go through the neighborhood and talk to strangers and say, have you seen the cat? If he got out, which he wouldn't. So, definitely, you can ask people for help when things go wrong. So next week we're going to hear a story, which I think a lot of you know, about a traveler, a priest, an innkeeper, robbers, a neighbor, a stranger, and a church leader. Some of them are going to help, some of them won't. Then we're going to talk about what Jesus said about what it means to be a good neighbor. Can you think of one way you could help a neighbor this week? Do you have, we have to be really careful now about COVID, but maybe you could help someone like bring some groceries in, or clean up their yard, or water their plants. You don't necessarily have to be in close contact with somebody to help them. Or maybe you could just they could be on their porch and you could be on their porch on the different side and just keep them a little company for a little bit. There's a lot, there's a lot of ways you can help people. Just always ask your mom or your dad or whoever's taking care of you, before you go to do something. But it's nice to help somebody. It'll make you feel nice too. And think about ways when you help someone and ways when someone helped you. Because so there's some coloring pages and crossword puzzles, and some other items that you can use that will be attached to a email. If you don't have the email, then please just use the email address on the last slide. Sunday School at First Trinity St. Matthew.org, and we'll add you to the list if you're interested. But meanwhile, let's say a prayer. Dear God, thank you for the opportunity to have neighbors and to be a neighbor to others. Give us examples of great neighbors that we can follow, and help us remember to lead others by being good neighbors too. Amen. Now, when I was growing up, we had some really nice neighbors. One of my neighbors down the street, Mr. Alderson, his dog Ginger came and had puppies in the room in the shed where the washer and dryer were, and he had to take a saw and dig a hole in the floor to get her and the puppies out. But always Ginger would just come over and she would just flop on her back and wait for us to pet her. So I was lucky. I had really good neighbors growing up. I hope you have good neighbors. And if you don't, if you have a neighbor who doesn't seem so nice, just pray for her from time to time, and just smile when you see him. Hope you have a good week. Probably getting back to school, I hope, and I hope everyone's doing well. I keep you in my prayers, and I hope to see some of you in person soon.